it's time.
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be in a stand more than my life around there. They're going crazy.
This antiquated main stand, I can feel it vibrating.
They got a penalty here, there'll be fish flying about that. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! This is Vernon! Vernon scored! The supporters are invading the pitch because Grimsby Town have caused one of the biggest upsets in their history.
Love it.
Well,
look that up, didn't you?
There's children present, Mike. Watch your fucking language. What the fuck is wrong with you, you four-eyed freak? Show your language. What the hell's wrong with you, potty mouth? Is that what you talk like in front of your 6-month-old or whatever it is?
Sorry, team.
Unbelievable. DN35 coming at you with ill fucking behaviour from Mike McMahon over there. He can't keep his mouth shut. Right. John, what words can we teach that the pontoon has yet to teach?
Well, all I'll say is I had quite an interesting experience a few months ago at Wimbledon when Harry Pell was warming up, and I was asked what does a particular word mean when Mr. Pell was doing his warm-ups near us, which that was the one that took a bit of explaining. Otherwise, I think most of them are fine.
And I appreciate that, John, for you explaining it to me, mate. I really do.
Yeah, anytime, mate. Anytime, mate.
Just what we really need to be doing is if everybody wants to guess the word that John had to teach about Harry Pell, I think you should put it in the chat now, and we'll see which one it is. But we'll ask. But Levi, and I assume your dad says them all anyway. Aaron is quickly on his way to being blocked. Aaron, that is the most franchise sentence I've ever heard in my life. In fact, Red Bull are the only legitimate team in Milton Keynes, aren't they?
Do you know, I've thought podcasters are getting younger and younger as the day goes by, don't they?
Joanna's just noticing that you wear a headset.
Me?
Yeah. So, Levi, have you recovered? Have you been able to tell everybody at school exactly how shit Manchester United are and that you were there and you were able to enjoy it and what a bunch of losers everybody is if they have to wear a Man United shirt? Good. Are you bullying them? We wouldn't encourage it. We demand it.
Yeah.
Good. Absolutely. I want swirlies. I want you doing that weird joke when you say medical research suggests if your hand's bigger than your face, you've got COVID, and then you punch him when they put their hand in front of their face.
John, I'm so sorry.
This is supposed to be the calming down hour before the Sunday night bedtime. No, you've been going up to your Man United supporting mates doing the 12-11 hand gesture, whatever that is.
I think that's only capable in Scunthorpe, isn't it?
Have you got any Milton Keynes supporting friends?
Oh yeah, dog. Because his dad.
Do you?
Yeah, his dad supports Wimbledon, so he supports MK Dons.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There's a lot of unpacking to do here. Firstly, do MK Don fans actually have friends? I don't think that's ever been proven. And this Wimbledon MK Dons dynamic is a bit... That's going to be awkward at Christmas.
You could have just called NSPCC, made it a lot easier rather than going to MK Dons.
I have mentioned that I've got someone I work with that was a Wimbledon fan and crossed the picket line. I'm pretty sure that... Yeah. Okay, I went quiet because both Mike and Levi and John talked over me, and they're all quiet now. And I thought Mike would have experience to continue talking with his McDonald's headset on.
Oh, behave.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That's a reference for you, Levi.
It's one for the kids.
That's one for the kids.
I prefer more an insurance call centre. That's
Oh,
the
I
vibe
don't
I'm
know.
going for. I've had this ever since I've done this because my microphone doesn't really work.
Yeah, but Joanna says she's a Spotify listener on her way to work.
But you
And
sent
so
you sent Sam a really nice microphone.
you got one too.
No. When I came round to your house to do the All Town Out We preview, you ferreted around and went through 5 or 6, and then got the one at the bottom that was cracked in an old box and said, "Here, that'll do." Didn't even give me leads for it.
No, that's the big one.
Well,
You've got the big one, haven't you?
such is life.
We still don't know how to use it. You still got the little dinky one on, innit?
Levi has fans on the chat already.
Levi is one of the best podcasts I've ever had on. Exactly. It's because, do you know what, Levi?
Do you want to show Mike the back of your shirt? No, just
Yes, Levi. That's what I'm talking about.
John's son Levi has Doug Tharm on the back of his shirt.
Well done, Levi.
I couldn't afford Svan Thorson.
No, I don't think anyone can. I think that's Town's way of trying to recoup losses. And also, Levi has far better microphone skills than Sam ever did. There's no interruptions. There's no taking us off point. There's, no coming back on, at least being able to speak instead of when he got very annoyed last time. We started annoying him online, and then he got so annoyed about it, he told me to take it off Twitter.
I think he combusted.
He did combust, yeah, exactly.
What Levi also has is school in the morning and a bedtime. So you want to quickly give your thoughts on yesterday and then say good night?
Well, you want to see that went, Levi, so you're more than welcome to. What did you think of Vernon?
He skilled the players up, and then one of them got yellow carded and substituted.
Do you think that was down to Vernon?
Tore him to shreds, didn't he, mate?
Are you glad he didn't go to Swindon?
I didn't even know until yesterday.
Yeah, he nearly went. He nearly went because he's a grammar nerd.
Right, listen, we're going to say goodbye and say
bye, John.
Say bye.
See you, John.
Bye, Levi.
Mate.
Your position's under threat.
Bye,
here,
Levi.
Bye, Levi. Your position is well under threat.
Because that just opens to all of us, was it?
John, I hope this is not your. I hope this is an animated background and not a real one.
He's done this every single time when he's on here and he blurs his background. His bedroom is a state. I've noticed this. Absolute state.
Absolutely.
You want to be embarrassed of yourself, John.
Yeah, but that's where the magic happens.
Somebody looks so beautiful, to have something looking not so beautiful is something I can't comprehend.
Yeah, but Mike, if you do look this beautiful, that's how your bed looks. If you look like us, that's not your bed is nicely made.
Spending too much time on his face, not enough time on household activities.
Chris I thought Levi was here for the calendar game. Do you know what? He can stay. I'm happy to have a kids one where, Charlie, Finley and Levi just go at it and talk Roblox and Skibbity Toilet at you. But trying to open up to a new demographic. I've said enough Gen Alpha words there, haven't I? That's about enough. That's going to make us mainstream.
I think we've got a mini GNT vibe going, haven't we? Because we had Levi the other day, and we had Finley on at the match pod as well.
That's where the money's at. The parent pound.
Would it be like S Club 7, when they had mini S Club 7? Should we do that? And they can just do the world tour because we can't be bothered. Yeah.
Isn't Stuart Broad married to an S Club Junior?
Do you think she'd be interested on coming on?
She was in the Saturdays.
Could she not work? She only worked weekends.
Well, it was Sunday.
Very good. John, am I going to see you next week?
Oh, are you on Thursday?
Well, I don't know. Why? What's Thursday?
Oh, what are you talking about?
This is where Alex has forgotten a really important work meeting or something.
Well, no, we got a large show. So I'm going to be down in the East End for a week. So I don't know if you were coming down as well. You'd be great with your presence.
Well, there's a tube strike and I've not been invited.
Yes.
So apart from that.
Fine.
Hang on. Me and Sam live in London.
Yeah, you can't go. Mike, you'd be on the other side of it. It's not for you. My favourite thing was I met Lee Blease there. Well, I don't know if he still is a Royal Navy photographer, but he'd just taken pictures of Daniel Craig, and he was outside this defence event, which is very hard to get into. And he was stood out on the gate as I'm leaving. I'm going, is this an away game? I don't really understand what's going on.
Was he working? Did Daniel Craig know?
Yeah, Daniel Craig knew.
Right.
And he was waiting to try and get in, and me being the face of this podcast and that allowing me leverage into places I shouldn't be able to, I was able to get him in. And then he took us on a tour of a ship, and he took us to places I don't think we were meant to be in, including a bit where he went and tapped the pedal where the weapons are. I go, nah, it's not working. It's fine. Which is very good. I enjoyed it. And,
as 4 cruise missiles shoot out towards Portsmouth.
It was aimed at Milton Keynes, so it was absolutely fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Ben Bristow says the Lizzie line and the buses are still running. They are, Ben. I think tomorrow I'm actually having to go to Reading and get the Elizabeth line and go in from Reading into town.
Is this going to be a mark of how much John wants to see you, and we're going to judge friendship levels? Like, if you can't take him at his easiest, John, you can't have him at his worst.
If his name's not down, he's not coming in now. Unfortunately, it's one of those sort of things. Is I assume I'll see his colleague, but that'll be about it.
Yeah. I assume yes. I assume they will be there. I'll see you at Barnet. There you go. That's much more fun.
No, it's my sister's wedding. I'd got it wrong. I was meant to go to it yesterday, but it wasn't. I'm terrible.
Wedding.
Well, you told me it was on a Wednesday.
She doesn't know. No, it's on the. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Is it an arranged marriage?
Yeah, he told me it was yesterday. He said to me.
He told me it was Wednesday the 17th or something.
If it is, Angus is getting a bun deal.
Alex, have you got more than one sister?
Blink twice if you're in trouble. Just to answer your question, Aaron, my favourite Saturday song is All Fired Up. That's a banger, that. There you go. Any more pop questions from the chat? Fling them along.
Well, another question is, where was Alex yesterday if his sister wasn't getting married?
Didcot Railway Station, baby.
She's not getting married there, is she?
19th. They're getting married on the 19th at Healing Manor. Does it really matter?
Well, it's not till the 20-something. Is it?
Isn't it? Hang on.
I don't know. I bought my tickets the other day. I'm probably wrong, mate.
Barnet's the 20th.
Yeah,
so
you can't go down in time for that.
So you want me to come immediately back down from my sister's wedding and say, I'm really sorry. I've got to go. It's Barnet away.
Well, you obviously don't care enough to know what bloody day it's on, mate. So the day after the wedding, I'd have thought you'd probably be leaving on the day. Have we done the speeches? Right, pack car up, we're off.
No, my sister has also learned that I'm not to be trusted, so I'm not doing a speech at the reception. I'm doing a speech I'm doing a reading during the ceremony. So I might just read it.
She's making you read other people's words. That's how
I'm gonna read out the Manchester United match day report from the Guardian.
Onana 5.4. Dallo 6.
Exactly, yeah. And may that be like love. Anyway, congratulations to them. This counts as a wedding present, so don't expect 50 quid in an envelope. What is the going rate to give someone at a wedding?
I don't know. Don't they do lists now? It's ages since I got married. Don't they do lists?
No, she just wants cash.
Just cash. Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Straight up.
Has she got a honeymoon, Alex? Is she going on honeymoon?
She is going on honeymoon. Yeah. Why do you want me to get? Do you want me to get? Can you arrange for certain agencies to stop her at the gate?
Well, on the way back in, maybe. But no, I was thinking currency. Give her some nice currency to take with her.
No, give us some pounds. I just thought about holidaying in Britain. You know, the seaside.
All
caravan,
right,
maybe.
Garage. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yes.
Mike,
yes. That's a honeymoon.
His phone line is open now. He will cut the pod off if you call.
Oh, could you imagine? I get him a night in a caravan. Mike, how much will you do me for a night in a caravan? Let's do it in somewhere like January, like real peak season, like January 15th. Yeah, that's even better. Simon Hodson wants to know if my sister is a Turkish bar because she only takes cash.
I told you, for friends, I'd only charge you 40 quid, which is what the cleaner cost me. So for you, 250.
Yeah, exactly. Well spent. Joanna Jackson says, "Banger, well done, Youngie." Aaron says the abuse Anana gets is unjustified. Wrong pod, Aaron. Wrong pod. Wrong pod. Don't care.
Yeah, fully justified on here, Aaron.
Yeah.
I have noticed though, when you play the intro right at the start, that stops us, and we go on for the 10 minutes for 15 minutes now. What will Bruce be thinking? He'll be sat at home. He'll be stewing. He'll be
shall we
fuming.
do that? Shall we have that as our thing? So you'll get 2 bites of a theme tune. Do you want me to do it again, and then we can come back in and do it properly?
It's got the United thing. Why not?
Okay. Getting our money's worth. Bloody hell! I bet it's not copyright. I hope it's not copyrighted.
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be in a stand more than my life around there. They're going crazy.
This antiquated main stand, I can feel it vibrating.
Say, they got a penalty here, there'll be fish flying about that. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! This is Vernon! Vernon scored! The supporters are invading the pitch because Grimsby Town have caused one of the biggest upsets in their history.
Love it.
Introduction was brought to you on behalf of Scunthorpe United. We too can start things twice and not finish, but we'll talk more about that fiasco later. Let's do a one show change in thought, because we lost one of our own this week. Peg Leg Mara unfortunately did at least catch the Town game from hospital as they beat Manchester United, but I can't but think of anything other than to send Sandy, the family, and everybody who knew him our love. It's a sad loss for all of us, and we hope you're all doing as well as you can. I don't know if anybody here knew. I know Hannah did. She put up a lovely tweet for us because he was such a dedicated member of the trust and everything else. I just wanted to make sure we mentioned it, because I'm not sure we did on the last pod, and it's sad when we lose one who's done so much work for us over the years. So hopefully you're all managing to get on and remember exactly what he left you. Anything from anyone on that? I'm not sure. I didn't know him very well.
Yeah, I know Sandy more than I did Stuart. I obviously used to see them both around, but we speak to Sandy a lot over the years, and I think it should be really noted that, especially with the Operation Promotion campaign, how heavily involved they both were. Just good people, and really dedicated to the club over the years. And I know Sandy is rightly absolutely devastated at this time, so love to hear, love to Stuart's family, and one of our own, right? All Town are we.
Absolutely, one of our own. God rest you, Stu. But he'll have been delighted to have seen that first half performance at the very least, because Town, let's talk about Saturday. We went to the ends of football. Does a first half performance really count if it is against a team that shouldn't exist? That is the philosophical question I asked to all of the panel. One of you would answer it. It'd be really great.
It's like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it. If it's not a real football club, does it really class as a victory? Let me tell you, it fucking does.
Absolutely ripped them to pieces. 3-2 scoreline doesn't reflect the performance at all. At one point, Town had 78% possession in a game against the league leaders, the league favourites, shall we say, and who were meant to run away with it. And as always, as we've learned in this great world, doesn't matter how much money you spaff up a wall. It doesn't matter if you have no ethos, no history, and no credits, whether you play in red, white, or whatever. John, you were there. What did you think?
Yeah, I was there. All the action happened at the other end of the pitch. The Town fans, all the goals, the sending off, everything was as far away as.
I mean, you could have moved around. There's enough space.
there was plenty of space. And my uncle pointed this out. So there's got this horrible thing talking about the lack of history. They've tried to kind of fabricate this sort of faux history with these flags on the top, and one of them says sort of like now, then, always. It's like, mate, you're 20 years old. Like,
There was never a then. There was never a then.
I've got tins of beans in my cupboard that are older than this football club. Yeah, it was. Well, look, a few things, and we can get into the football, but just overall, that 45 minutes, or at least that first half an hour, was some of the best football I've seen Grimsby Town play for many a year. And let's not kid ourselves. This was whatever we think of Milton Keynes, this is a strong team. They've recruited, I wouldn't say well, but they've recruited at least expensively over the summer, and they're favourites and up there for a reason, and they will be up there presumably by the end of the season. And we absolutely dominated them. They had that first half, that first chance, that header, which was a good chance and did well to manufacture it. And from then on in, we absolutely dominated them. And it wasn't just Vernon, who was sensational and unplayable. All over the pitch, everyone was fantastic. I thought the best bit of play was actually to get Jay's Cabia in for that one-on-one. I think if you look at the build up to that was some sensational football. I've not seen us play football that good, at that intensity, with that much purpose since the Buckley era. I mean, honestly, it was that good. Vernon was absolutely unplayable and sensational yesterday. All 3 goals, as you saw, he deserved it. And I'm so pleased for him. I really sort of felt he gave a very honest interview. I don't know if you all heard it, but he sort of made this point that he's not naive. He understands at the point of his career he's at. He's kind of coming to the point of his career where he is now an experienced player, and he knows he's had injuries. He's got to make it count. And I liked the fact that he realizes this season's a big season for him. So hopefully that continues. We can talk about the football, we can talk about the goals. I just wanted to sort of make a very quick point, and obviously we can talk about the second half, but before we do all that, just one interesting thing. I don't know if you got it across on the coverage, but whatever the formation was after the 3 goals was bonkers. At one point, Warren's playing left back, McJanet's in the middle. No, sorry, Rogers in the middle, McJanet's on the right. Sweeney is our furthest forward player. Talk about inverted fullbacks. He was basically a central midfielder for most of the rest of that game. Whether this is sort of 4th dimensional chess or what, but it was great to see that we were trying new things, particularly when we had the opportunity to do that. As I said, I know Mike wants to come in. I think there's lots more we can talk about, that perhaps slightly Jekyll and Hyde performance, because the second half is a very different story. But when we play and when we're on form, and when we play against a team that tries to play against us rather than just sits back, we're a very, very good football team. There are still some question marks over how we break teams down, strength in depth, the timing of substitutions, and the ability to defend aimless balls into the box, but we can get into that in a bit. But that first half an hour was as good a Town performance as I've seen for many a year.
I mean, I want to spend a lot of time on the first half performance, but it'd be good to get your thoughts on everybody's thoughts on the second half, because I don't think it's as dark as some people are saying. I think it was intentional, but we can always break that down. But Charles Vernon was meant to be going to Swindon. I've always been a big proponent of the grammar nerd, the blazer geek, whatever us at KC Arbor would call someone from that institution slightly down the hill. But he ran the show. The best performance I've ever seen him put in, and he's put in some pretty goddamn good ones. He was always a player that was able to, capable of that. And it was amazing that franchise let him continue to cut inside. Mike, what were your thoughts on it? You've been eager to tell us about your extended warranty and whatever else you've got your headset on for.
The point I was just going to come in was a point John raised about Sweeney, saying after the 3rd goal and the red card, he was, quite far forward. I actually noticed on every occasion Vernon put the ball in the box, Sweeney was pretty much our furthest forward player. He nearly got the goal that Cabia got. He was further forward than Cabia. And when Vernon put it into the top corner, Sweeney was dead centre in the middle of the box in the 6-yard box. And that's when we're 1-2-0 up with 11 against 11. So I think it's quite how Town set up, and they put the the fullbacks come inside and push on, and Ev goes out wide. That's just a pattern of our play, and it's quite good to see that your fullback is one of your most attacking players in the box. There's quite a lot of times, even when they had 11 men, we had 5 or 6 players that were in the box trying to affect the play. I think Vernon, as I said, was just unplayable. Every time he got the ball, he was doing something. I think a lot of that is because of the amount of space McEachran had. He had the absolute freedom of Milton Keynes for those first 45 minutes, and could just pick him out at will. And then
he would fucking want that.
Yeah. But then he managed to get it his fullback in a bit of directness, which is what we missed last year. And he got his fullback on a yellow card. He tore him to absolute shreds that he had to come off because he didn't know what to do with him. And when you've got a player like Vernon that can do that, can run at people, can go one way or the other with a trick or with a bit of pace, left foot, right foot, players don't know what to do. Had this conversation with Sam last season. I've always said if you can get 25 games out of Charles Vernon at that level, you're got to be looking quite good. I know he's got a bit of an injury record, but if we face it, if he was playing that well for 46 games a season, he wouldn't be in League Two, because I think he's that good a player. He's one of the best players in this division. I really think that. So we fully deserved 3-0 lead. Second half, as you indicate, Alex, I think we just I thought we managed the game fairly well, and that might sound crazy at 3-2. But when you look at it, they put 2 balls into the box, one of which we put in ourselves and one of which we missed a header and they scored in the last minute. I think other than that, that's all they did. They sort of went and sat back a lot and changed the game and tried to get a set piece, tried to get a bit of a counter attack. But when you're putting balls into the box, it's not 10v11 because they had so many players up there. It's 11v11 in all reality. So I think we did well. Shame we conceded in the last couple of minutes. Took a bit of a shine off it, but I said yesterday 3-0 at half time. The first half is a bit of a warning to the league. Second half's a little bit of ammunition for Artel to say, hang up about, lads. You're not that good. You've got to keep working at it. So great day, great result, great performance.
Yeah, I think John made a really good point saying about if teams come to play at us, we will blow them away, or we're going to blow them away. And I think that's completely right. I think I would say any team in this league, if any of them actually want to try and attack us and play football with us, I honestly think we'll blow them out the water every single time. The quality of the attacking play yesterday showed that. It was just superb. Now there is a pattern emerging though, and I think we need to be careful of this. And I'm going to maybe try and, I hate to say, I'm going to Sam it a little bit here. I'm going to dampen expectations and be a bit of a wet blanket. But there seems to be a pattern emerging, and the pattern seems to be that when teams don't press us, we're absolutely fine. And it was the same against Shrewsbury in the Cup. Crawley, I'll say it, Manchester United, they didn't press us. And MK Dons in the first half yesterday. When teams don't press us all day long, we'll wipe you off the face of the earth. But when MK Dons kind of made changes at half time, they took an attacker off, brought a defender on. They went 3 at the back after playing 4-4-2, and suddenly, and it was clear, I don't think they were trying particularly to get back into the game. I think it was more a damage limitation move. Let's not try and get battered here. Let's not embarrass ourselves. We struggled to break them down. And we struggled to break Newport down. And after they kind of did the same to us, we struggled to break Accrington down after they did the same to us as well. So we just got to be wary. We've got to maybe just have a bit of a different plan when it comes to teams that are going to like press us and play. Bristol Rovers first half was another one. We just got to be kind of wary that there will be teams, probably a lot of teams this season, that won't want to play football against us and will be happy with a point or be happy to nick a goal at a 1-0. And we've just got to maybe figure out what the second plan is. But saying that, as John mentioned, I think it is the best football we've played since Buckley's. I've been watching a long time, and the pace and the quality of the passing and the pure directness of the attacking movement without going long ball at times is just absolutely sublime. So we just still got to figure out kind of the final part of being able to maintain that performance for maybe 75% of a game as opposed to 50% of a game. But it's a good time to be a town supporter, isn't it?
Mike, we're only a point above Bromley. Is it really an acceptable position Artel should find himself in, given the money and creative allowances he's been allowed. Is it really time to have a discussion about whether or not we should continue under him? Only a point above Bromley. It's not really a good place, is it?
Get him out. That's what I think. It's just totally unacceptable.
And a point behind Holloway.
That's could go on for an hour with that. I mean, the only thing, I don't know if I misheard you, but I think you said we're not very good with teams that press us. I think the opposite, personally. I think the reason McEachran had so much space yesterday was because we played out really well, especially Sweeney and Corey.
Let me rephrase that. I mean, as in press our midfield quickly, as in trying to push us back.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Bristol. I see Ollie said about you're right about Ollie about Bristol Rovers, that we didn't for a lot of the game we were on top, but certainly for the first half, they pressed us up the pitch a lot more and pressed us back. They pushed our wingers back, and they were making sure that every time we got the ball out from the back, they were straight on us, and we struggled with that a little bit. That's all I'm saying. It's not. I think we'll figure it out. I know we will do, because Artel will figure it out, and we've got the players to be able to figure it out. But it just say that there seems to be kind of a little bit of a pattern.
So,
Okay.
on the second half, I get your points, Mike, about 2 long balls, obviously an unfortunate own goal and then a sort of lump box. I think when you're 3-0 up, and you're up against 10 men, you've got to be a bit more positive to stop that happening in the first place. Now, I think if it's a different game, like a Bristol Rovers game, I think you excuse something like that. I think where I had frustrations with yesterday is, and you're right, the halftime team talk would have probably gone something along the lines of keep it tight for 15 minutes, lads. When that doesn't happen, that's a bit frustrating and lets them in. We managed it really well after that first goal. I think the frustration for me is we needed to affect the game more, and I think there were clearly some opportunities to bring on some fresh legs and change things up a bit. And we did that too late. So by the time Danny Rose and Soonsup Bell came on, we were holding on to a lead rather than trying to extend the lead. And I think there's a real big difference in that mentality. And I would have liked to have seen us being a bit more proactive, perhaps making some subs a bit earlier, and perhaps trying to kill the game a bit more rather than sort of managing it as much as we did that relatively well. I think there's a question mark over balls in the box for us. If you look at a lot of the goals we conceded this season, even Bristol Rovers, which was a sensational hit, comes from a corner. United equaliser comes from a corner. 2 goals yesterday comes from long balls in the box. It's been a bit of a trend, and we can't simply rely on good football the whole time. And I've got to say, I think the defence has been sensational, but I think we're missing Doug Tharm a little bit. And I think if we're maybe yesterday at 60, 70 minutes, I think bringing on Tharm to kind of start just clearing those no-nonsense, headers out of there sets a slightly different tone and makes them have to think a bit harder. So, look, it was an incredible performance for large parts of the game, and we managed it very well for large parts of the game. But I was disappointed in the fact that we didn't really put our fingerprint on that second half.
I'll be honest, I think everyone's been a bit of a fanny. I thought first half played them off the park. Pretty fortuitous goal that basically hit George McEachran in the face. And if they didn't score that second goal, no one's caring about it, and it's a consummate performance. And we take the sting out of the game. One of the things that David Artell's been very critical of is the amount of games Town have to play in the next. He pretty much starts every interview. This is sort of game 7 of 20 in 60 days or something, to take your foot off the gas at the league leaders and to not league leaders but league favourites, is exactly what they did. Yes, they could have attacked more. Haven't seen much of Soonsup Bell yet to get me excited just yet, but I'm pretty much the same with Tory, and I fully expect Artell and the team to get them firing up on all gears, but I thought he did exactly what I would do, which is kill the game off and try and play it out. And I think if it ended 3-1 and we're talking about a goal that went in off our best player's body when he's it's just shot at him, I think everyone's going, that's a pretty professional performance. We absolutely nailed him, and then we see it out. But that's my only thought on it. I think we're being we are now looking for, and quite rightly, we're getting that point now where we've got a little bit of to work with. But I think we're pretty strong, and I think we're to go away and to be disappointed. I'm probably parroting what Artell said a little bit, but to go to Milton Keynes and then be going, actually, that was a pretty impressive performance, and we're a bit disappointed that we only came away with 3-2. Suggests exactly where we are as a club, which is 1 point off top, and there is an argument to be made for every game we've played to have won it. We were unfortunate not to beat Harrogate. We're a post away, for an inch away from beating Harrogate. We should have probably taken more from Bristol, or something from Bristol Rovers, and disappointed not to beat Accrington as well. So I think there's plenty to go on, and I'm really happy with that performance yesterday. I don't think we've half talked about as much as how much we should have done about that first half, because it was just wave after wave after wave, and we've taken a team that is costing an absolute fortune and made them look like what they should be, which is non-league amateurs. Mike, you're keen to talk to you about your extended warranty again.
Yeah, just to counteract something John said. I think there's the flip side to that. Throughout the game, I didn't think we were under any pressure really, other than just natural pressure you get in a game. I don't think they were on top. I think we were managing it quite well. And on the flip side, when you're trying to get back into a game or you're playing well, you don't change things. We've seen it happen with Paul Hurst. He makes 3 or 4 changes when he shouldn't do, and doesn't make them when he should do, and the game sort of peters away. I think if you're managing the game well, you want your players that are up to speed, are winning their individual battles, and are doing quite well. In fact, I think the second goal we conceded, I think, is probably because we went to a back 5. Warren's come in a bit closer. He's got caught under the ball, and there's nobody behind him in the right back position. So I think actually changing it from what everybody's used to and done for 89 minutes maybe had that effect. I think you're right. We may miss Tharm on some occasions.
No, we don't. I'm not having this Tharm loving from you two.
So Warren has done fantastic. He's really improved play. He's done an absolutely great job at centre back. The only reason he is not a centre back is because of, I think, of his aerial ability in the box. Because of his aerial ability in the box, that's why he's a right back. Now he can get better at that. And I'm sure he will do. But if you look back to Bradford, I think the first goal he got caught under the ball, and I think the second goal yesterday got caught under the ball. So that's what he needs to improve. But you're quite right. Okay.
We've got a call here from Lonely in Sutton, who says, "Dear DN35 podcast, I am missing my heroic Adonis of a centre-back, and we're doing rather well. We beat Manchester United without him, and we went to the league favourites and beat them, and I'm slightly worried. How many
headed goals and set pieces we conceded?
I worry that I'll never
2 on
see him
Saturday,
again.
2 on Thursday.
I sit there,
Tuesday, that's 4.
and I sit there with my cold cup of tea in my caravan, waiting for him to return. Where is my Doug? Where is my Doug? Is that helpful?"
Yeah, it's a really. Look, I think Warren's a sensational player. He stepped in brilliant, but we're conceding a lot of goals from headers. The 2 against Bradford, as well, which Warren and Rodgers were both, nearest to. Look, for me, the one change that should have come earlier was Danny Rose. I think that guy, wins you cheap free kicks and plays the dark arts beautifully, and probably was needed 5-10 minutes earlier. Then he was on. Let's not points. It was a deserved 3 points, but it was shit referee away being a disaster. And there was a shout for the ball. We were far away from it, but some people around me said it looked like a handball. I haven't seen it back, but all it takes at that point is just one dot through, which we've seen enough of to chuck it all away, and it would have been a very different conversation. Whether we like it or not, we conceded 2 goals against a 10-man team when we were 3-0 up, and that's something that the players weren't happy with, the manager wasn't happy with, we shouldn't be happy with, but at least we were up before we did that. So it's a great position for us to be in. I think we just ask
your
ourselves,
internet is shit, John.
And the box did that. Oh, good.
I'll go with Mike. Do you have anything to say in response to everybody quite rightly saying Mike Tharm is cooked? Warren's taken his place. Anything you want to say?
He might quite well have done. I think Warren's been fantastic. The only point I was making is that his aerial ability in the box has been great 90% of the time, but there's a couple of occasions where he has let himself down. Doesn't mean he can't get better, and every player seems to improve under Artell, so I'm sure he will. And it's not digging the fella out. I think he's been remarkable playing as a centre-back, actually. And I think he gives you far more on the ball than Tharm does. I'm just saying that sometimes when the ball's getting powered into the box, I want a couple of big centre-halves in there that just head it. And I think we've come across that. I think last season, you remember, we conceded a lot from corners, and Warren got moved from the front post, and that stopped happening because we had quite a few that got done at the front post. And I think Warren was Maguire's man. So he's done fantastic. Sometimes I think we missed that. Tharm or Lavelle or Rogers in there that just has got a career at jumping and heading the ball at times.
Guys, should we get excited about this? Let's be entirely honest. We've absolutely crushed Milton Keynes. We're a point off top spot. We've beaten Manchester United. I'm not sure if we've mentioned that today. What's going wrong?
Yes, yeah, of course we should be. Of course, we should be excited. Absolutely.
All I'm hearing is these fucking whingers.
Absolutely, and I was a whinger as well.
Being positive.
I was one of them vaginas you were speaking about earlier. But no, like I think the town fan in me is just trying to dampen my own expectations. I think I'm just trying to temper a little bit.
No, don't. We're going to be up by Christmas. Don't temper anything.
So, Mike, I'm not having this. Youngie, John, I need you, and the people need to hear this. Me and Mike talk quite often. It's a very nice friendship. We've just beaten Milton Keynes, and he rings me, and the first thing he says to me is, "I'm slightly worried Jason's gone."
That's nice. Oh, we're sharing all conversations we have with each other now, are we? Right.
He's basically going. Yes. He's basically going, I think this is the beginning of the end. It's like, fucking hell, Mike. I'm making lunch.
What you didn't realise though, that he wasn't talking about Jason Stockwood. He was, of course, talking about the man Jason who sits in the cook chair in the Doug shack. He's gone. I don't know what to do.
Here's a positive point for you. There is no team we've played this season. We've played a lot of teams. We've played some good ones, and then we've played Man United who are shit. We've looked better than every single one of them. I don't think we've played enough to get a win with everybody. I think was it Accrington or Morecambe or
Bradford, maybe not, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, slightly different. But I think every game we've played this season, we deserved something out of it. I don't think and Milton Keynes spent a lot of money on a lot of players that have been above this level. They don't look quite at it yet. But when they made their substitutions yesterday, we pretty much, held our own, and we played them off the fucking park first half. They didn't know what hit them. They didn't know what hit them. And I think Artell's right. There's going to be some teams that are going to get some absolute fucking hidings this year. We play like that.
I think, if anything, the red card helped Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
It made their game pretty simple, which is just 10 men behind the ball, hold on tight, and damage limitation. If there was a choice between us having a guy sent off or having a penalty, I would absolutely take the penalty and leave them with 11 men on, because at least then they still think they've got a chance and they're trying to push. And the only thing that I would like to see what we challenge against, which we'll see very soon, is when we're playing teams like Accrington Stanley and stuff, and we're kind of playing that conference thing again, where we're going, this team are going to absolutely batter us unless we stick 10 men behind the ball and play for set pieces. And I'll be interested to see how we get through that. We are technically talented enough to do it, but it's a different challenge, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Oliver Johnson says, Salford, Colchester, Gillingham and Crewe in October. 4 massive games. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll batter every single one of them. So it'll be pretty decent, because actually you're telling me that, Oliver. Gillingham, we've got their number. They're terrified of us for some reason. We've absolutely got them sorted. And none of the others are in the top 5 or above us. So, absolutely fine. We'll be fine.
I do hope Artell, because he said in his interview, didn't he, that the players seem quite down, which is understandable, but I hope he gets into them a little bit and changes that mindset. Because to go there and play that,
more a professional thing.
Yeah, it's natural, but I hope it doesn't linger, and I hope they get on top and they just show them that first 45 minutes every day.
High standards, Mike. Yeah. I think I think that's the other thing. Shows have got some high standards, and that's only last week, wasn't it, where we were saying about the disappointment about or 2 weeks ago, the disappointment of the draw was at Accrington. I mean, Alex said it to it. A lot of it is because actually we've got higher standards now, and the fact that they came into that dressing room disappointed after a 3-2 win at the favourites for the league, I don't think it's a that actually shows a better mentality. That is a mentality that these lads are not losers, and they want to be they want to be wiping teams off the floor every week.
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
That's right. That's the point I'm making, though, is that's exactly the right thing to do because you are professional, you have standards. But I hope it doesn't linger, and I hope they've actually showed how good they were, and that's what they're talking about next week. But the point I was going to make is when you actually think about Saturday, if we'd lost, could have been 3 games after the United game that we've lost, which would have been.
Here he goes.
No, I'm saying it's good that don't care about that. We'll just go and beat the favourites for the title, and then put that to bed quite early because you would have seen it over this week. Oh, after United, we've not won since. You would have heard, of course, you would have heard it. You would have done. Put that to bed quite nicely, and on we go to October. 12 points from that. Lovely job. Get the book.
Okay,
the bus booked. Lovely.
Right. Let's move on. So let's talk to. No, you can't, John, in bloody Lithuania or wherever you are. John, you've taken away your handsomeness and you've just put it on a background. Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I was just going to make one very quick point linked to this, which is that fans were brilliant yesterday. And I don't know if it came across to the players because it's a bloody big stadium and we've got a small corner, but the fans are really, really behind the team at the moment. It was really audible how much we're cheering and making sure we were organising them. So it just feels like we're all together. Am I frozen?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Right, good. I can't tell. Yeah, I just thought as we were talking about the positivity, it feels like there's a lot of it around the whole club. And I think there's behind the players yesterday. For that last 15 minutes, we were singing and really trying to, get behind the team. And I think the positivity is there. Like no one can deny it. Like football's brilliant, and we're winning games, and we deserve to be winning games. So I don't think anyone's sort of too worried or being too miserable. I think we just, the standards and the expectations are significantly higher now.
Right, let's talk about Bradford. Fucking hell. Let's go to Bradford. It's 47 minutes in. Town lost to Bradford. Once again marred by absolutely incompetent refereeing from the always incompetent Phil Marsden. The question is when do these referees, I've passed the referee test. I've refereed a couple of games. It's not for me, but at least I've had a go. I understand what you're meant to do. And he didn't see that tackle and he made an assumption. And where is the notification that he's been punished? A young lad there has had, and let's be honest, Halliday as well, the diving, cheating little bastard, rolling around on the floor like a pathetic coward, trying to get a 16, 17-year-old lad sent off, whether it be Henry, Harry, or Harvey, or whatever else we called him during the live podcast, which you can still download. Absolutely terrible. When are these referees going to get punished? If you look back through COD Almighty's or look through Marsden's refereeing against us and look at the performances and what he's done, he was terrible. I think he refereed a Mansfield game with us where he got low points. He was a ref last season against, was it Crewe, where he completely and utterly failed as well. COD Almighty, I think, gave him 0.1 out of 10. Youngie, you got your hand up. What do you have to say about Bradford and terrible refereeing?
Well, the problem is these referees won't get punished because there isn't enough of them. VAR in the Premier League has taken all the decent officiatings away from the Football League because they got promoted in the name of VAR, and then we got basically loads of shit from non-league bought up because there simply wasn't enough referees going. And this is the problem: the standard is too low. And as Dave Artell says pretty much in every interview, until they go professional, it'll carry on that way. They are amateurs refereeing in professional leagues. It makes no sense whatsoever. And it sticks every week. And and let's just going about Halliday diving as well. Let's not forget he went diving into that tackle both feet off the ground as well. It was only Brown because Brown won the ball. He was the victim. He was the victim of the sending off. If it was the other way around, would Halliday have got sent off for it? Doubt it. and then let's talk about Andy Cook in the first minute of the game, like on the follow through on the young lad Graham. He was stood up, survives, scores 2 goals. Jobs are good because obviously the referee don't want to make that big decision after Cook's big return. Shite.
There's so much money in the game, and we hear about it all the time. How can they not just make that call and make them professional? The rest of the game's professional. I just don't understand it. I mean, you're quite right what you say, Alex. You know, you've got to be to make a decision in football that serious that affects the game. You've got to be sure. Surely you've got to know. I've seen it. I'm absolutely sure. Now, if you're wrong, that's fine. But there's no way that he's actually seen that to be sure. And then to make that decision. Now, it's not like it's just one bad decision. I think he was shit throughout the game. And then you go back to Crewe last year, and he was absolutely diabolical. Like, was it 7 minutes the ball was in play for 30 minutes or something like that? It's ridiculous. It's shocking. The standard needs to come up, and there's a lot of people pay a lot of money to watch football. There's a lot of money riding it. There's careers and jobs riding on it. And for one of the most important people in a game to not be professional in a sport that prides itself on its pyramid and how big it is, I just think is ridiculous. You've got to make them professional. There's got to be consequences. You know, you don't want people making honest mistakes and being punished because then they get scared. But I'm sorry, that on Tuesday was ridiculous. He didn't see it, but he thought, you know what? I'll guess. I think that's a red card because he's gone in quite high. He's guessed. That's all he's done. And he's wrong.
It's mad, isn't it? But overall, Town, you know, lots of youth team players got out a run out, which is all it's really about. Couldn't really give a shit what we do in that conference. Really disappointed with how many Bradford City fans are there. I understand they're a bigger fan base than us, but it's I thought they were better than that. It's about making sure this is still the thin end of the wedge. We've seen exactly how football wants to be going. It's a load of people from nowhere that goes to any watch of the game, commenting on social media and watching games on YouTube. And is that what we want? I don't think so, as we talk from YouTube. But there we go. I just think it's still a terrible competition. And I don't know whether or not we should still be, if we could not partake in it, that'd be great. But at least it's an opportunity for some youngsters to get some time. Yes, Youngie. Mike?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think in the controversy of the referee maybe overlooked that young lad Fortune Anoa right back got a yellow card quite early, but did really well throughout that game and moved into midfield and coped really well. And Graham, after the first 5-10 minutes, looked a bit nervy on the ball. That can happen, of course. It's going to happen. You're away at Bradford. It's a big stadium against a big team. But I think after that, he acquitted himself really well. And Seb Orton's been around the team a lot longer, but he had a great game as well. So you're looking at 3 lads there that are coming through the academy that more than held their own, and that's looking really positive. And despite the fact the game was ruined, which it was, I think we looked like we were coping quite well until Andy Cook came on. They're just putting balls in there. I think we were looking quite comfortable in what we were doing with 10 men, which you're going to have to do throughout the season. So it'll have done them no harm. In a meaningless cup that nobody cares about, they've got some valuable experience, and the team as a whole has got some good experience playing as a 10.
Anybody else anything to say on Bradford?
I'm just it's slightly off topic, but it's only because Mike mentioned Seb Orton that I'm going to mention it. So last night I presented a bonkers bingo style event at Doc's Academy, and there was a few podcast listeners in there last night, and every time I read a number, they, like, for example, on its own, number 1, somebody would shout Christy Pym. The next one, number on its own, number 9.
24. Yeah.
Anyway, Jay Scapia, and then
number 24. Mike, shut up.
But the one that broke me was I went. It came on the screen. 4 and 1, 41, and just straight without even missing a beat, someone went Seb Orton. That was great.
I think we need to do more of that. Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. What was the last thing that I've seen that Richard put up? What's the pod's view on Sheffield Wednesday? Are we going? Are we joining the protest on their behalf? Richard, absolutely go. Pack it, outnumber them, make a noise, but don't spend a penny in the ground. It's about supporting our team, not theirs. but I'm absolutely standing in solidarity with them without paying a penny more. But absolutely go to Hillsborough, have a great day, get into the 4th round of the League Cup, and batter their under 21s because they would do exactly the same here, and they've got full support of their trust and our trust as well. So make sure you go.
Yeah, it's their protest, not ours, and get there and support Town and make sure that twat doesn't get any more money from progressing into the next round. You know that they will probably want us to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything anybody else go add at all?
Are we going to talk about ineligible players? We had spoken about it, haven't we?
Oh, we not know. So there's two things then. There's two like AOBs, shall we say. One is Scunny not being able to finish a game. And I've actually got a tiny little bit of sympathy for them when they're 2-1 up in the 97th minute, I think it was. A player goes down with a dislocated shoulder for Wealdstone, and the Wealdstone management and the players go into the dressing room and refuse to come out, even when the referee tells them to come back out. So, no, we're too distraught. He's dislocated his shoulder. We can't play on. And they're hoping for a replay. I mean, I admire the shithousery, and it couldn't happen to a funnier club, but I thought that was a little bit much. On top of that, there was the wonderful thing that we've tweeted out, which is a wonderful Partridge moment, which is Andy Butler boasting to Ollie Turner, going, well, why have you not talked to me about winning Manager of the Month? Before he finds out it was actually just some social media account that had given it to him, not the official one. And he then tries to pass off that he doesn't have social media, and someone sent him a photo of it. It's wonderful. Go and listen to it. It's amazing.
So next time we're 3-0 down away from home at half time, just somebody do their calf and we can't come out. Because I know it's take the piss, and the Tuesday one was probably the right decision, and hope they're well. But that does take the piss, and the National League will have to come down on that, because if teams are just going to say we're not coming out to play, abandon this game because somebody's had a non-serious injury, which they and the referee have asked them to come out and play.
Weird, you're just jealous that we hadn't thought of it. 5-0 down at Braintree, and then calling it off because someone's sprained their ankle.
But it does set a precedent. I'm not coming back out. Well, they've got to sort it out, otherwise next time they're going to do it.
To be fair, we had John Fenty's fog machine, didn't we, against Rushden Diamonds? Get out of the fog machine!
My best bit, because I was at that game and I took some. In fact, some of the photos that you see on old stuff are from that game, because I had nothing else to do at the end of the game, so I just took photos walking around. And Justin Edinburgh was absolutely fuming. God rest his soul. It was amazing. But loads of people from the main stand going, I can't see a thing. What's going on? Call it off. The second they've scored. Brilliant.
John, just ask John a question. Ollie Johnson says the Christy Pym chant yesterday was class. Didn't quite hear it, John. What is the Christy Pym chant?
Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, Ollie.
Was it my Christy Pym chant?
What was it?
That nobody's gone with, but I think it's quite good.
What was it, Ollie? I heard a lot of different...
Yeah, what is it, Mike? What is it?
Well, I'm not singing it, but I believe in miracles.
Look at you bringing it up then. Sing it. Stop being a coward.
I'll say it.
Where you from? You Christy Pym.
You Christy Pym. You.
Yeah, I wouldn't sing that. That'd have been embarrassing if you'd have sang that.
It's a great song.
It was Mike! Mike, it was!
Oh, it was! Get in! I finally started something.
I've got to be honest.
Oh my God, that's what you're going to be remembered for.
That's going on my LinkedIn, I tell you.
I did not hear that, but
you will next week, John.
Good on you, Mike. Yeah, it's you got to start from a seed and grow into a great oak tree. It's maybe Ollie was singing it by himself, but I didn't hear it. But great.
Oh, I think funniest and best chant he's ever heard. Oh.
I think we might end the podcast. I think that's
feeling a bit shit now, aren't you, Alex?
I think we've gone too far. Get it belted out at Barnet. I tell you though, what we could do, Ollie. I have a pawn shop for trying to get things sorted. Strippers at Barnet. To I believe in Christy Pym or whatever it is. Just me. Okay, cool. I guess the other thing we've got to talk about is our co-owner is a lord and is now in the government and is stepping back. And it worried Mike earlier Jason Stockwood has been offered a lordship. I recently, yeah, that's
Lord Stockwood of the Nunny.
yeah. Well, we need to people throwing you suggestions. Where should Jason be Lord of? It would be great if we got Lord of the Pontoon, Lord of the Osmond. I don't know. Where would you like him to be Lord of? Lord of McMenemy. But he's now
Lord
stepped
of
back.
the technical absorbance.
Lord of the technical absorbance, yeah. Lord of chicken, winner, dinner, chicken. I don't know. Any suggestions are well worthwhile. Anything to say on that? It's a relatively random thing. I imagine he is the first chairman to be honoured since Arthur Drury, the former FIFA president, was our owner and a CBE.
I would just say this must have been a very difficult week for Jason Stockwood, politically speaking. I don't know if anyone had the misfortune of watching Andrea Jenkins walk out of the Reform Conference singing a song that apparently she had written herself.
I'm
the
an
music was written.
insomniac. Ooh.
Can you, Andrea, can you sort the potholes out on the A16? Look, I'll be there in a minute. I've just got a team putting flags up on a lamppost, and I'm writing the lyrics to this song. So I'll be there in a minute.
I mean, it's no, I believe in miracles, but imagine being. I mean, look, I said on the chat, they could have put forward a pickle fart and won that mayorship, but imagine being Jason Stockwood sitting there going, "This is who I lost to." So I think from that point of view, thank God he's sort of managed to kind of cast off the shadow of that defeat. Look, from a political point of view, I work in and around politics, as you know, Alex. I think it's a good move. I think the government needs. All governments really needs people that have been there and done it, have got real world experience, and have got some good business acumen behind them, and have got life experience like Jason has. They've just lost Angela Rayner, who's got sort of a strong working class background, and I think it's important that they have some good voices that represent people from different demographics and areas. So fantastic, and lots and lots of owners of clubs have got other jobs, maybe not quite as high profile as this now, but I don't share Mike's concerns. I'm not sure how serious Mike was concerned, but I suspect he will hopefully take his role very seriously while still continuing to be committed to the club. So I don't think we need to be too concerned about anything. And he's if there was a time, if this was a year ago, I think we could probably be a little bit concerned. I think the timing right now, he's got the club where he wants it. He's got the recruitment where he wants it. He's got a new first team coach. He's got Artel's players in. They're playing good football. I don't think he needs to be that hands-on. He trusts Polly. He trusts Andrew. He's got us into that shape which he needed to get us into. The rest, really, he shouldn't be that hands-on anyway. So, yeah, good luck to him. And I don't think we need to worry too much as a fan base.
I think that's really where I am after I digested it. I think if it was a year ago, yes, I would be concerned. But I think now probably all the hard work and legwork of being involved too much on a daily basis has probably been done. It's, regardless of the politics of it, it's great to see a local lad, one of us, done well, dragged himself up by the bootstraps. I know I've seen a little bit of lobsters in the pot trying to drag one of their own back into it, but I think he's done well. He's a working class lad. He's done miracles with Andrew at our club. So good luck to him. I think the club's now in a place where it would run itself largely. So yeah, he's the sort of bloke, regardless of your politics, that I think you'd want involved in how things are done. So well done to him. And yeah, some of the stuff is a bit ridiculous that I've seen. If one of your own's done well and done well for himself, just let them do well. You don't have to drag everybody back down.
So, Mike, are you now hoping for the end of this government in a calamitous style so we get our Jason back?
He's a member of the House of Lords, who's to say he's not so good the next lot don't use him? He'll still be a member of the House of Lords.
When does a Lord get you 3 points on a Saturday? That's the question.
Well, there's some drunk lords that never got us 3 points on a Saturday.
No, but he
Who's
does
that
run
then?
our fantasy football in the group chat. So
Yeah.
Yes, he does. I forgot who that was. Oliver says, we want our Jason back belted out at Cambridge, and it would have to be at Cambridge, Oliver, given the rarefied circles he wanders in now. Thank God Sam isn't here for the politics talk. He's too crying, Aaron. Don't worry about it. Anything anybody else wants to add? Because right now I didn't do a theme for our new game, and I've asked AI to create it so we can all enjoy it for the first time together.
Is that wise?
Well, I don't think it's going to have a picture of Prince Andrew at Pizza Express.
Okay.
I mean, it might do. Oh, let's hope it does. That'd be entertaining, wouldn't it? Right, let's talk about ineligible players before we move on. Clark Adore has somehow managed to rile up Manchester United fans again. We were 59 seconds late. Throw us to the wolves. I was on TalkSport 2 talking about it, and do you know what they cut out? They cut out me calling Andy Goldstein Jack Whitehall's homeless uncle. They were all very angry. They were all very upset. We've been fined unbelievably £20,000. 10 of it is suspended. It seems to be in keeping with what's happened in the past for the League Cup. So Accrington, Stanley, Liverpool, and Sunderland, I think, have all had the same thing. Mike did all the research, yeah, that was it. So, anything anybody wants to add on to it? Is it just funny because it's boiled the piss of people in Lagos? And
10 grand is totally worth it for some of the head losses I've seen this week. It's the best 10 grand the club's ever spent. I think it's you can see from the EFL, £10,000 fine, well, with another 10,000 suspended, is basically them just paying lip service of it, is how seriously they're taking it. So yeah, not concerned. It's obviously not something you want to do, but the sheer entertainment it is bringing me in the comments of every tweet the club puts up, which again, by the way, great for the club. The amount of people that are commenting on their tweets, their engagement must be going through the roof. So fantastic. But because we had a red card overturned on Tuesday, now we can all go and moan about getting replays and stuff. I think that's the way you do it, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it does slightly annoy me the amount of attention it's got. I think we've just learned so much in the last couple of weeks about the role that social media now plays in the game. There's constant looking for a story. When it's a club like Manchester United, you can't escape that story, and people are there to make a meal out of absolutely everything. And this is something that clearly is there, I think, to probably get clicks to the headlines. Ineligible player fielded against Manchester United in shot loss. Then you read the details, and it's 50 seconds. It's a player that came on for a short time, missed a penalty, whatever. But it sort of slightly takes a gloss off things, because if you're just looking at the headlines, as many people do, it does not look as good as it did on that Thursday morning. But and you sort of get wrapped up in it, don't you? And you know that you shouldn't, but you sort of start reading the headlines and you see these tweets coming out of these official accounts, these people, and you sort of think, oh, this is a shame. But I've come to so many fans, football fans of all clubs, in the last couple of weeks, who've all congratulated me and want to hear about the experience that we had, and they watched the game, I've watched it back, and we were fantastic, we were brilliant, and we deserved it, and it must have been amazing. Did we get on the pitch? And that's the real voice of fans here. No one cares one bit, and so it's important to remember that, I think. So it's slightly annoying that the headline grabbers are there churning this shit out, but I think anyone with their head screwed, and that includes some United fans, pretty much understand what the situation is. Yeah, move on.
Firstly, I look forward to the statue of Adore being, placed outside of Old Trafford in the near future. Look, I mean, John sums it up absolutely perfectly. God, some modern football is so weird. Modern football media is so odd. But I suppose
so glad we're down here.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that these these outlets have got 24 hours of news to blooming churn out, but my God. But, let's just talk about what it really is, which is the shithousing lols. Now, this week, we've had this, which is great shithousing. And we've also had Scunthorpe have a game abandoned in the 95th minute after the 2-1 up. I mean, this is, as far as being a town fan and shithousing, this has got to be the greatest week ever. Surely this is it. It's never going to get any better.
The banter years. What it does show you, actually, a semi-serious point is the quality of sports journalism. Because I'm sorry, I listen to so much just naturally, and then town come up, and not one of them. They all start referring to the FA Cup. You're like, it's not difficult. The EFL's a different cup. The EFL statement said it's precedent. I'm listening to TalkSport. I'm reading on their own website about Liverpool. So just the quality of journalism and the producers and stuff, it's all clickbaity. It's all to try and get clicks and listens and stuff. Because if they did their actual job, they'd say it's a nothing story. The precedent's been set. But don't take any gloss off me. It makes it better for me because I'll tell you what, I had no idea that Liverpool had a big furore about it in 2019, let alone Sunderland and Accrington. And in 10 years' time, nobody will remember. They'll probably remember Clark or Dub, but they won't remember. Nobody will remember.
I probably won't.
Those United
right.
fans will, though. That's the best bit. They'll remember.
Right. So thank you very much, everybody. Download us on YouTube and connect to us that way. We are 250 people off from apparently making a $5. So click on it, put it on, and then we can buy John some decent internet.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Now we're going to play a game called Sheffield United and Wolverhampton Wanderers to avoid copyright because they are the only teams in the top 6 divisions who are pointless. And that will give you an idea of what the game is. We have also created this on AI by just saying game show, and I've selected some images. So here you go.
Is that not more like an album, a video from like a early 2000 indie band?
It gave me Renford Rejects vibes, that did. All I needed was Australia being played. Look, so last week has been busy for the podcast. We have had some companies. So we have had 61 countries download our podcast and just the audio over 5 downloads in country. So there are 61 countries that have downloaded it more than 5 times. And we are going to go through a very quick sprint round because it's getting late. You guys have to name a country. It is short fire, quick fire rounds, and you're out. The last leg between the final 2 will be on pointless countries that haven't downloaded it. So I will start going from Mike, Youngie, and then John. Mike, give me your first country, please. Hang on.
That has downloaded it.
Yes, has downloaded it more than 5 times.
Singapore.
It's more of a principality. Yes, Singapore, 684. Youngie.
The Republic of Ireland.
Era, the old home of Era. Where is it? Oh, hang on. I can't do it. Control F. Ireland. Yes, Ireland have done it. 134. John.
Australia.
Australia. 374. Mike.
Spain. Got to be somebody.
Spain. 401.
The United States of America.
The United States of America. 2,225. John.
Canada.
Canada. 232. Mike.
Kazakhstan.
Fucking hell, he wants to get out of here, doesn't he? How do I spell Kazakhstan?
K-A. You're on your own.
I don't think it's there. No. One download. Mike is out. Youngie.
France.
France, as my son would say, because it is a meme. Well, from Mike alone downloading it from his house in Bordeaux, he looks very upset. 246, yes. John.
Germany.
Germany, 184. Youngie.
You'll have to add him to the stage.
Why? Where's he gone?
He's come off.
Yeah, you kicked me
Youngie.
off.
Was there a limit to how many numbers there were then? Because I thought it was just somebody that's downloaded it.
No, up to 5. I said 5.
Oh, I want to
say 5. Netherlands.
The Netherlands, also known colloquially as Holland, 76.
Poland.
Polando. People that Sam wants to send home. I can't work out. Yes, 26.
Japan.
Japan. I'm not doing an accent. That would be rude. Japan. 35.
Cool. South Africa.
South Africa. I will do an accent for that. How do I spell South Africa? Apartheid racist country. 13.
Thailand.
Not talking about stereotypes there. Let's just be this.
I see that chat from the other week about hoodlings rubbed off then.
62. This is going on for a while, isn't
it? Mexico.
Mexico. Yes, 71. Who's downloading the podcast 71 times in Mexico? Youngie.
Belgium.
Belgium. You're doing very well here, people. I mean, there is a glaring omission. I don't think Belgium's in it. Oh, Youngie could be out here. No, you're in it. That's fine. Yes, Belgium's in. Why were they not there? Belgium are
in. Norway.
Norway. Are you just hoping Joss has just downloaded it a million times? It's actually not a bad idea. Yes, 142.
Thank you, Joss.
Is the glaring omission the United Kingdom?
Yes, they're in 22,500 downloads.
Thanks, Mum.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, 132.
On the Scandinavian theme, and seeing that we have a mini fan club there, I'm going to go Iceland.
Iceland. That's Ireland. I hate Iceland. 11. Apparently not that good.
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yes, 14.
Come on, lads, hurry up.
China.
China are not. Youngie is out.
Oh. And I had a chow mein tonight as well. Felt like wasting my money.
China, 0 downloads in China, apparently.
VPNs. It's all VPN in China.
We played this game on the WhatsApp and you stopped playing it.
Yeah, I got bored. And I don't think we need to do another one. I think that's good. Well done to John. Actually, no, John's got to do one. John, you got to pick one or we go around again.
Sorry, mate, I lost you there. Did you say something to me?
You got to do it again. You've got to win one.
Oh, right. Okay, I've got to go. Let's go with Italy.
Italy have not been picked, and they're in. Yes, of course. John wins. Yay, everybody. Yay. Great game. Let's never do that again.
Well done, John. Good game. That's a good game. I enjoyed that.
I thought you was
Okay,
doing
good
this. I thought you was doing the same one we did on the.
No, because there's loads of, and it would just be literally, like just name a tiny country, and you'll all just be going Djibouti and then giggling like schoolgirls.
Belize, Burkina Faso. I did really well on that. I was proud of that.
Yeah, well done. There we go.
That was good.
Anything else? That was good. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. You get all this for free, you
Are
people.
we theming Barney? Is it inflatables? It's been a while.
Strippers, he said.
No, well, I was going to do, so the Praise and Grumble site have put up the money for the 10,000. I was going to do a crowdfunder where we raise 10 grand and then anything over that for the first £1,000 we'll then put towards a Barnet away day, and then anything else will go to actual charities and worthwhile causes. Because I think we should get the mariachi band back, but maybe not at Barnet. Let's do it somewhere else. The people of Barnet have had enough entertainment out of us, and they're not very happy about it. So we'll do it somewhere else. Who would be more happy to have Bromley? Oh, let's do a theme day at Bromley.
It's nearly Christmas then.
Well, let's do Santa at Bromley then, and we'll have some singing Santagrams.
Elves at Bromley.
Elves at Bromley. Oh, well, yeah, you know, Baroque architecture at Bromley.
Get Wagner back. Yes.
Yes, let's get Wagner back, Youngie.
Let's not. If we're gonna go X Factor, can we not go Jedward this time?
Kim G.
Like that,
Oh, I can't stand those
Kim
twats.
G. Kim G.
Is Kim G? I would imagine she knocks around the entertainment circles, does she? Or is she gone? She too big, Billy Big Balls now for Cleethorpes.
You know what? I haven't heard her name for ages, so I don't know what Kim G is doing now.
What happened to Kim G, people?
Same with the fat one from G4. Where's he?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he works for G-Force. G-Force tires. Yeah, I don't know. Quick question, Alex. Go on, GTFC for life. What is the quick question?
How old are you?
Am I a virgin? You do a podcast on a Sunday and organize it. Are you a virgin?
Looking like a good crowd for Cambridge already. At home next week, apparently.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad everyone should be down there. Lord Cosplay at yes, Joss. That's an amazing shout. Everybody going in
your
there.
Favourite Lord.
And we can all get as drunk as Lords.
Some people there. Lord, can you imagine? Lord Sugar. Someone's there as the Dark Lord. Someone's there as Voldemort.
Lord Loyweather. He's there.
Someone's come as Lord the Singer.
Sam could go as Lord Lucan and not be there.
Yeah, Sam could go as Lord Lucan and not be there. I'll go as Shergar because I've got upset and confused and I don't know what I was going to do. What other lords could you go as? You could go as the cricket ground. That's about it. The one with questionable, who's 30 and is in the Lords and questionable parentage.
Come dressed as Lord Street. Just kind of
just, look a bit just be a bit dishevelled. Someone could come as Lord Haw. That's Sam. He was very happy this week, people. He was very happy. Oh, it's just nice to see people are exactly the same. Lord Snooty. Someone says Cambridge away in suits, only drink wine and eat only cheese crackers. Yes, Town are off up, I believe so. GTFC for life. I think we'll be going up, and I think we might even win the league at this rate, which is something. Maybe not by Christmas. I think we might win the league. I think we'll win the league. I think we'll win the League Cup. And I think that will probably derail us because we'll all be planning the European holidays and we'll have been topped by 14 points. And then it'll come down to the last game of the season with Artel going, I'll love it if we beat them. Love it. Who we got last game of the season? Does anybody
Tranmere.
know?
Tranmere, which could be interesting. We had a very bad last game of the season at Tranmere a few years ago, didn't we? We got relegated
Yeah.
to League Two. So this could be finally what comes around.
Someone comes as who's really short.
I'm quite
Come in,
sure.
Belgium.
Our last home game, Alex. Our last home game is Swindon.
Oh, love if we beat them. Love it. Champions running on the pitch. Someone accidentally punches Holloway in the face. Accidentally, not on purpose. If it's premeditated, you're in trouble.
John could go as Lord Farquhar, which I think.
Yeah, Lord Farquhar would be great. Yeah, that's the one. I think Thackeray says. I think
I'll go as Lord Pickles.
Don't know who that is.
Alex, if we're in a situation where, say, we're 2-0 up against Swindon with 5 minutes to go and everyone knows that we're going to, it looks like we're going up, Holloway will be gone. He will already be halfway down the A180. He'll be like, I'll pay for a taxi to Swindon. That's fine. I'm going. He'll be further away than Steve Evans.
He won't get through a full season. First
person to steal Holloway's hat. That's what I want. Someone take his stupid pork pie hat off his head. Wondering, putting it on Jace Kebbier's head. Anyway, thank you all for joining us and talking through this. I've got a pack for a week away, so I will all speak to you soon. Thank you, everybody. No game this week, is there?
No, not until Saturday. Yeah,
nice one. We can all have a day off. Brilliant. Go download them at the Match from Manchester United. Only 400 of you have at the moment. I don't know how that's worked, but go listen to it. It's amazing. It's brilliant. If you want to relive the game, myself, Mike, John, Youngie, even Bruce chips in with a little bit. Sam comes in for about 30 seconds at the beginning and then forgets that he's got a job to do with it. It's brilliant. It's well worth listening to. And just hear me shouting how much of a scam the Premier League is, basically. But it's a lot good. Also, notice how good audio quality Youngies are, and the rest of us are shite because he's worked out how to do it properly. So yeah, thank you all very much. Anybody got anything to say before we leave? Mike,
Alex,
any dates left on the caravan?
Dates are available.
Dates are available, and you can also reserve a place to stay the night as well. Youngie, anything from you? Anything you need to plug?
No. Much love, everybody.
Much love. John, anything from you as we go to you for the points from the judges?
No, all good. Up the bloody Mariners.
Up the bloody Mariners. Brilliant stuff. Thank you all.
The
later.
Mariners.
Up the Mariners.
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be in a stand more than my life around there. They're going crazy.
This antiquated main stand, I can feel it vibrating.
They got penalty here, there'll be fish flying about that. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! This is Vernon! Vernon scored! The supporters are invading the pitch because Grimsby Town have caused one of the biggest upsets in their history.
Love it.